Hey guys, what's going on? East Coast Cuber here. Today I've got a cube collection video, like I said I would have in my last video. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with 2x2s. This is my Fang Shi 2x2. As you can see, the sticker's a little beat up there, but this cube is very smooth, but it locks up quite a bit. It doesn't corner cut that well. As you can see, I did mod it a little bit, not well, but I shaved off the pieces here, and also I did some internal sanding as well, but it didn't make it a crazy amount better. So I actually got this cube here. This is my main 2x2. I don't speed solve 2x2 too much. I actually don't speed solve mainly anything except for the 3x3, but this cube is very nice. It's got a very scratchy, loud sound to it, which I like except for when I'm in school, but it does definitely outperform the Fang Shi. It corner cuts like a dream. It's just an all-around great cube. I average about 8 seconds on it, but this cube is phenomenal. Next up, I've got my 3x3s. We're going to start with this. It's the Fang Shi Wind. I got it for my girlfriend, but she ended up liking the Guanlong better, so I took this one back. It's a little tight, but I don't want it to get too much looser. It's very, very quiet. You can barely hear it, which makes it great for cubing in school, but I can't get that fast on it because the reverse corner cutting is like non-existent, and the regular corner cutting is not that great. It's a pretty locky cube, but it's definitely fast. It's not a terrible cube for beginners, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody getting into speed solving. Next up, I have the Fang Shi Illusion Cube. This is the smaller version, and it's a very nice cube. I just don't like it all that much. It's kind of scratchy, which I'm not huge on, and it's small. And I'm not great with small cubes. I've got pretty big hands, so the small cubes don't work out too great. But it's a nice cube. I also have the full-sized one, but I can't put my hands on that right now. This was my first speed cube. It is a Diane Zanchi stickerless version. I love it. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's fast, but it does pop a lot. I've got a very aggressive turning style, and so the popping becomes an issue. But it's a very nice cube, and I used it for almost a year as my main. This here is the stickered version of the same cube. It's the Diane Zanchi. It's in black, and these are my main shades. They're really bright, and I enjoy them a lot. And here is my main. It's actually not stickered yet with my main shades, but those will be on their way. It's the YJ Guanlong, and I love this cube. It's fast, it's light, it is buttery and smooth. It feels a lot like the Aosu, and I just love it. It's gotten me my personal best average, and it's just an all-around great cube. Let's see if I can get it back to where it was. I'm very bad when I'm not doing white. Okay. And then finally, I've got this little picture cube. I got it last Christmas time, and it's actually not solved right now. It doesn't turn great. It's just a cheap little cube, but it's fun. It's my only picture cube, so I solve it every once in a while. Next is going to be my 4x4s. This is the first one that I got. It's the Rubik's brand 4x4, and it has a broken piece, just like every other Rubik's brand 4x4 I've seen, actually. But it did get me starting 4x4. I learned on this cube even with the broken piece, and yeah. And so then I got the Fang Shi 4x4. This is the version 4. It's pretty fast, not too loud, it's nice, but it does lock up a lot. So it made it pretty hard to do the last step, the 3x3 step. And so it's not my main anymore. I ended up getting the Moyu 4x4, and I love this cube. It's quiet, it's buttery, it's smooth, it corner cuts like a dream. It's gotten me pretty much all of my bests and everything like that, which isn't that fast. I'm around a minute 30, but I love this cube. It's phenomenal. Next is my only 5x5. I actually got this from a friend who bought it but couldn't solve it, and so he gave it to me, which I'm very happy with. It turns pretty nice. It doesn't lock up all that much, but that's mostly because I'm not that fast at it. It takes me around 4 minutes to solve, so. But it is a great cube, and I enjoy it. Next I have my Megaminx. This is a YJ Megaminx. It is not the fastest cube out there, but it's pretty nice. I'm not fast at Megaminx either. I don't practice it ever. It takes me like 5 minutes to solve, I think. So this does everything that I need it to do. But I also got the Diane just because I like Diane cubes, and this was a very nice one. However, the corner stocks on some of these white corners on the inside broke down in there. So this cube does not turn nearly as well as it used to. It locks up quite a bit because there's pieces just kind of floating around in there. But before those pieces broke, this was an awesome Megaminx. And my final WCA puzzle, my Pyraminx. This is a Shangshao Pyraminx. I haven't done too much to it. I did go in and lube it and tension it, but I haven't modded it or anything like that. Although I might in the future just widen out these circles a little bit in here, just so that it can corner cut a little bit. But this does everything that I needed to do. I average above 10 seconds on this, so I'm not fast enough where I need it to be the fastest Pyraminx out there. So now getting out of WCA puzzles, I have these guys right here, the Mirror Blocks 3x3, and they are very nice puzzles. They were my first shape-shifting puzzles, and I really enjoyed them, and I still do. I'll pick them up every now and again. They do have some spring noises you can hear, but it's really fun to solve these guys. Makes you think a little bit, and that's cool. So I've got the two of them. Next, I have some cuboids. We'll start with this guy right here. It's the Calvin's Puzzle 3x3x5, but I am missing a piece to it. I lost that at a play rehearsal last year and was never able to find it. But it's okay. I know that it's red and I can still solve it. It doesn't take away from the solve. I really enjoy this. It was my first shape-shifting cuboid, and actually my only shape-shifting cuboid at this point. And it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed solving the 3x3x5 in general, so this one's very cool. My other 3x3x5 is this one here, the Cube for You Disproportionate 3x3x5. And this one's pretty fun too. This is what I learned how to solve a cuboid on. I learned all the algorithms on this and everything. I first saw it in Crazy Bad Cubers video and thought it was awesome and really wanted to have it. So I got it for Christmas last year and I was really excited when I got it. But yeah, this turns really well. It just pops a lot, as you can see. And then my final cuboid is my other Shangshao 4x4. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. But there is tape on the pieces. And I taped it into being a 2x4x4. So as you can see, it'll do these turns all here and on this side. But these layers here can't turn. It can only middle slice. I might mod it. I'm really not sure yet. But for right now, this is definitely doing the purpose. But who knows? Next up, I have a Rex cube. This is another cube I got for Christmas last year. I enjoy this cube a lot. It was pretty hard to figure out how to solve. I learned it by myself, which is cool. But I've since changed to the method that Crazy Bad Cuber teaches because it's a whole lot faster than what I was doing. I really enjoy this cube. It's really fun to show it to people and have them, marvel at it and try and figure out how it turns because they're so used to the side turning puzzles that corner turning puzzles are a little bit mind-blowing to them, I guess. But I really enjoy this cube. It's awesome to solve, and I still pick it up pretty often. And then my last twisty puzzle. This right here is the only mod that I've done. It's not too great. These are the stickers that it came with, and then these are the ones that I cut. Again, on this side, same thing. These stickers it came with, and then these I cut out of vinyl sheets. Not actual sticker sheets, just vinyl that I had at my house. As you can see, I didn't really sand it down too well or anything like that, but it still does the trick. It's still, everything that it's supposed to be. It just doesn't look as pretty as it could. This puzzle is really cool. I enjoy solving it a lot. It's made out of a Rubik's brand, my first ever cube, which I think is really cool because the little bit of weight that it added by filling in the pieces with the sculpt made it turn very, very well. It turns phenomenally for a Rubik's brand cube, and I almost wish that it wasn't modded and I can play with it like this, how it is, but in a regular cube, just to see what kind of times I would get. Because it really is a nice cube. The only thing is it feels like it can pop. I don't want to force it and break any pieces, but now see, there it is. So it does pop. It has that ability. But it's a really nice cube. I enjoy playing with it. It's fun. And now we're moving on to my last puzzles, which aren't quite twisty puzzles. I have one of these. My girlfriend's mom got it for me for Christmas last year, and it's fun. It basically just comes apart into a string, and you have to put it back together into a cube shape, which I'm not going to do right now, but I do know how to do it. And then the last two puzzles I have were lent to me by my band director, actually, in school. He hates when I Rubik's Cube during his class, or when I solve cubes during his class, but he does think that it's cool that I can do it. And so this is one. And basically, these can come up here, and in this little slot they can turn, and then they can't come all the way out. And after a fair amount of moves, you're able to slide the entire red piece out of the sleeve. So there it is. And last but not least, this puzzle here. It's a really challenging puzzle. I actually haven't been able to solve it. I've gotten very close, but there were still two numbers that needed to swap. The goal of this puzzle is to get it from 1 to 20 in a row. So it would go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 19, 20. The way you do it is by spinning 4 pieces at a time, and you can slide them around like this and like this. It's very challenging. I actually, like I said, have not been able to do it, but it is a lot of fun. Alright, so that concludes my cube collection video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, give it a like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.